Hey there, Nityananda. A view of the construction. I'm walking out to Kalabhairava, again, out to the Kalabhairava temple. And I wanted to talk a little bit more about the third eye and sobriety, because this is a topic that has been on my mind. And one of the big things here is, when your third eye is awakened, when you have the Tree Nature Tilak initiation, and when you have one of the other initiations, Vishesha Diksha, where you're doing Shiva Puja, you're not supposed to be having alcohol or drugs. And it's like, I have a very long history with these substances. Actually, I did not really start using alcohol until like I was 18, 19. When I was in high school, I was using meth. Like, I am not kidding. I was snorting meth when I was in high school. And this was like the 90s in the American Midwest, so it was really good meth when you could still get like ephedrine and the different ephedra things. I'm told that now speed is not made with ephedra or the, what is it, the pseudoephedrine stuff anymore because it's too hard to get. So I'm told it's not good anymore. So when I was using meth, it was the good stuff. Late 90s American Midwest. And so I started out like kind of at a high level of substance abuse. I didn't like pot at the time because it just made me sleepy, and I wasn't that much into alcohol because it was just kind of smelly and gross. So I used a lot of meth, cocaine, psychedelics, and then like I was really self-medicating, to be honest, that I had PTSD and mental health problems at that time. I mean, I was dealing with a lot of stuff back then. And, like, meth was everywhere because it was Indiana, late 1990s. And so that's what I did. And, I kind of had to, like, when I stopped using meth for various reasons, like I stopped hanging out with the people that were giving me meth, I ended up getting more into alcohol. And not a lot because I wasn't 21 yet, so my access to alcohol was kind of limited. And then when I turned 20, I got really, really sick. And I got so sick that I had to quit everything because everything made me so sick. So sick. I couldn't smoke, I couldn't drink, I couldn't anything because I was so sick. Like, it was bad. And it was years and years and years. I find this is kind of pretty. It was years and years before I started drinking alcohol again and started smoking again because, I still was in a place where I was dealing with issues and didn't know how else to cope. And so I started that up again. And it was very, very rare occasions that I would get like actually, after I didn't get blackout drunk after I turned 20, but I did get pretty drunk pretty often. And I mean, it's not even so much like the quantity, but the reason behind it. If you are stressed out and have no way of coping, or you are anxious and have no way of coping other than taking a drink or, using whatever substance, then you have a problem with it. Even if you're not drinking every day, even if you're not drinking a lot, if you are using it to cope and self-medicate, you have a problem, period, end of story. That is it. And you need to really reconsider your options and reconsider taking care of yourself because, now with the third eye awakening, those things don't even affect me anymore. Like, it's just, it just doesn't even work anymore. because I have the third eye and I can just tap into the third eye, and none of that stuff satisfies. I mean, there's still the appeal of it, like the social aspect, and I am a person that like enjoys the flavor of wine. I mean, I live in California, in Northern California, and I can just go to wineries anytime I want. And I'm a person that enjoys like the flavor of wine. But, like all of my friends quit drinking, so I don't even really know anyone that drinks anymore. So I don't really have that social aspect anymore. And it's just like, it just doesn't appeal to me, Like I have third eye awakening. I can read blindfolded. I can just, if I need some information, I can just ask my third eye to download it from the cosmos. I can, look into your body like a CAT scan and tell you that when you were a kid, you were in a car accident and you still have neck pain from that. I can tell you about your dental work. You don't even open your mouth. Why do I need alcohol for that? If I'm having a panic attack, I can use my third eye to change my pulse and my blood pressure to come out of it. If I'm having something else, I can use my third eye to come out of it. I no longer need these substances for coping. And that's just such a healthier space to be in. And I'm sure that if I even did these things, like, I mean, being drunk is nothing compared to the bliss that you experience when you use the third eye. Like connecting to the cosmos itself and communicating with the cosmos itself, with the very, fundamental existence. It's just, I mean, it's like there's no high that can compare. And like I've done a lot of drugs, and there is no high that can compare. No psychedelic, nothing. No ego death, none of that. Like shrooms and LSD, none of that. None of that compares to the experience of an awakened third eye. And all of that stuff is just irrelevant, redundant. So if you want this experience, come study with my guru, get your third eye awakened. All of the information, look for programs.nityananda.org in the description. I'm Kodandi. This is the Third Eye Awake channel. Subscribe. Are you subscribed yet? Subscribe. Okay, talk to you later.